Hi everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Okay, so the most powerful commander cards are usually well known, but some hidden gems get often overlooked. This video will highlight some of the most underrated commander cards that can bring surprising power and strategic depth to your commander games. Before we take a look at these awesome commanders, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more awesome commander videos. Okay, so without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Let's check out these great cards. Number 1, Vohar, Vodalian Desecrator. A legendary creature Phyrexian Merfolk wizard that costs 1 blue and 1 black mana to cast. It has 1 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Tap, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded an instant or sorcery card this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. For 2 generic mana, sacrifice Vohar, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard this turn. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, Vohar is awesome. It's also worth mentioning that yes, this can also be your commander, since it is indeed legendary, and it will perform rather well. However, in my opinion, Vohar shines within the 99 of many commander decks, more so than being a commander. Its ability to loot, which is a draw then discard effect in this case, for just tapping mana, helps you dig through your deck for answers, combo pieces or threats, while filling your graveyard for recursion strategies. Plus, if that card is discarded is either instant or sorcery, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Not bad. Great graveyard recursion synergies here as well with this creature. The discard effect fuels your graveyard, making it great for reanimating your spells. Perfect for graveyard deck lovers. Its second ability lets you cast an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard at instant speed by paying the 2 mana activation cost, which is an incredibly versatile effect since we can recur our best cards like counter spells or removals. Very nice. This creature has such a low casting cost at just 2 total mana, making it very easy to get out. Okay, so in short, Vohar is a flexible, low to cast card that offers a lot of great impact for your commander games. Why not try it out? Plus, it's totally budget friendly to buy, as you can buy this card for around 35 cents. Number 2, Cauldron Haze. An instant spell that costs 1 white or black mana and 1 generic mana to cast, which means it's 2 mana in total. It says the following. Choose any number of target creatures. Each of those creatures gain persist until end of turn. When it dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it. So this is a very interesting, unique and cool card. We can use it to save all our creatures from removal, bringing them back with persist counters. This means they'll be slightly weaker, but that's fine if you're getting to keep your strongest and most reliable creatures in play. Creatures with great abilities, for example. Instant speed for just 2 total mana makes this rather fantastic. Since this card doesn't specify creatures you control, you can target any creatures on the battlefield, including your opponents. This can be used strategically, for example, as a political tool. You can use it to help an opponent by saving their creatures from destruction, potentially earning goodwill or making a deal, which is pretty nice. Overall, this is a pretty funky card to catch opponents off guard with, or to make alliances with, and you can buy this card for around $2.90. Number 3, Corrupted Conscience. An enchantment aura spell that costs 2 blue and 3 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Enchant creature. You control enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has infect. So, are you a fan of stealing your opponent's best creatures and destroying them with it? If so, Corrupted Conscience is the card for you. Not only can we steal any target creature we want, but we also can give it infect, which is rather insane. Take something large enough with evasive properties and you can knock someone out very quickly with those poison counters. Something worth noting here is the fact that we can actually target our own creature too, meaning we can gift one of our own creatures infect. If that's something you want to do, that's something you can do with this card. So this card synergizes very well with infect focused decks, but can still do great work in other types of decks as well, serving as an alternative win condition that can catch many opponents off guard. I really like this card and highly enjoy playing my copy of it. Apart from me using it, I rarely ever see it in Commander games, so I find it to be severely underrated. Or maybe it's just really hated because of that infect keyword. Who knows, maybe that's why people don't play it. Do any of you watching this video play this card? If you do, let me know in the comments section below. You can buy this card for around $1.30. Number 4, Infiltration Lens, an artifact equipment that costs 1 generic mana to cast, and it says the following. Whenever a equipped creature becomes blocked by a creature, you may draw 2 cards. Equip for 1 generic mana. Okay, I love card draw and I've always found it to be incredibly powerful. This load to cast and equipment spell is going to help net us a lot of cards over the game. Whenever our equipped creature becomes blocked, we may draw 2. Problem is, the players can choose not to block the creature to prevent us from drawing. So the trick here is to attach Infiltration Lens to something huge, a massive, menacing creature that opponents are going to have to block so as to stop themselves losing a large chunk of life. And then yes, we get to draw those 2 cards. What I really like about this card is, however the outcome ends, it's a positive for us. If opponents block us, we draw 2 cards. If they don't block us, we don't draw those cards, we still deal combat damage to the player. It's pretty much a win-win situation. You can buy this card for around $2.50. Hey everyone, fun little fact. Only around 13% of you watching this video are actually subscribed to me. So, you guys from the larger percentage who are coming back to view these videos, maybe think about subscribing. That would really make my day. Okay, let's dive back into this video. Number 5, Bottle Cap Blast. An instant spell that costs 1 red and 4 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Improvise. Your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tap after you've done activating mana abilities pays for 1 generic mana. Bottle Cap Blast deals 5 damage to any target. If excess damage was dealt to permanent this way, create that many tapped treasure tokens. They're artifacts with tap, sacrifice this token, add 1 mana of any color. Okay, so don't let that high mana value deter you from trying out this card. Most of the time, in the correct deck of course, you're going to be casting this for as low as 1 red mana. 5 damage at instant speed to any target for just 1 red mana is pretty darn amazing. Plus, any excess damage gives us that many treasure tokens, which is very nice. Improvise is such a cool keyword and works incredibly well with treasure tokens, since we can tap those treasure tokens to add mana towards the spell and not have to sacrifice the treasures to do so. A nice little trick that you can do. Overall, if you're running a deck that creates loads of treasure tokens or is an artifact themed deck, then Bottle Cap Blast is a great card to try out. I never see this in Commander and find it to be really underrated. The only downside being that this card is likely going to be cast in the middle to late game as you have to get the improvise ability ready. Do any of you watching play this card? I would love to know how it performs for you. You can buy this card for around $1.50. Number 6, Inventory Management, an instant spell that costs 1 red and 1 white mana to cast. It says the following. Split second. As long as this spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. For each aura and equipment you control, you may attach it to a creature you control. Okay, this card is amazing. If you're playing it in a Voltron deck, think of all the spicy plays you can make with this one. You can catch so many players off guard. They won't see this one coming. In fact, the deck doesn't even have to be in a Voltron themed deck, but just be in a deck that's stacked with auras and equipments. Stack the board with as many auras and equipments that you can, then cast this sweet card at instant speed with split second to throw them all onto one of your target creatures, and attack with one massive, mighty buffed up monster to eat away those life totals. Very nice. It's worth noting this can be used to bypass equipment costs, so it's a nice little trick. You can buy this card for around $1.80. Number 7, the last card on my list today. Guardian Augmenter. A creature troll wizard that costs 1 green and 2 generic mana to cast. It has 2 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Flash. Commander creatures you control get +2/+2. Commanders you control have hexproof. I'm surprised at how little this card is played, especially considering how popular green is in Commander. According to edhrec.com, It's only found in around 1% of decks, which feels criminally low for how powerful it is. For just 3 total mana, this card does a lot of amazing things. First off, yes, it has Flash, which is incredibly sweet. You can play it on any player's turn, making it a versatile and reactive tool. It can buff up your commander with a solid +2/+2 and grant them hexproof, all for just 3 mana. That's an insane amount of value. The only slight downside is that yes, this is a creature, so it can be easily removed as it doesn't give itself hexproof, only your commanders or commander. However, this doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things because the value you get from it far outweighs the risk. Hexproof on your commander or commanders if you're playing partners is always a handy tool. Plus, that buff of +2/+2 is a nice little bonus. This card is seriously underrated and absolutely worth picking up. If you're not running it in your green decks, you're missing out. You can buy this card for around $10. So yes, a little bit pricey, and maybe that's why we don't see it so often, who knows. Okay, we've arrived to the end of the video. What do you all think of the cards I've listed? Do any of you watching play these cards? Have any recommendations? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments and try my best to answer them all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, check out the 2 other videos that should have popped up on the screen. Please could you drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future Commander content. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.